You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now it's 7. After what's been a long election year, it seems it's finally here, Election Day. But knowing the do's and don'ts can be challenging. Our very own Samantha Walker shares a few tips to keep in mind when you head to the polls.
Also, how donating your unopened Halloween candy can benefit our soldiers.
And look at this. We got a cloudy, somewhat drizzly day to start. It will eventually clear out later. We'll have a look at that forecast to get you out the door this election day coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Elise Noe. And
I'm Chris Warner, just after 7, coming up on 7:01 actually, on this Tuesday, November the 5th. It is Election Day, and it seems this has been like the longest election cycle ever. I mean, I feel like this has been going on for years at this point to get to this point. And now we are finally here, but there are some things you need to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Election day can be stressful, so it can be easy to forget what you can and can't do at the polls.
KOAM's Samantha Walker explains what voters should keep in mind when they go to cast their ballots.
Millions of people will be heading to their polling precinct to cast their ballots. We've already seen long lines of people ready to vote throughout the early voting period, and election officials say you should expect to see polls packed once again. Here's everything you need to know before you head out to vote. For the last presidential election in 2020, an estimated 159 million Americans cast their ballots. Officials project to see a similar turnout this year, meaning you can expect to see some lines when you go to vote. You'll want to plan out a time to go. There will be times when polls are busier than others, such as before and after people go to work or around lunchtime. And remember, if you're in line when polls close, stay in line. You still have the right to vote. Another thing election officials want voters to keep in mind are the laws surrounding electioneering. Electioneering is the process by which someone tries to convince voters to cast their ballots for or against particular candidates, parties, or issues. All of the 4 states have laws against electioneering at polling locations. This means you can't distribute notes on a campaign or an issue. You can't solicit signatures for a petition, and in most states you also can't have signs, buttons, or wear anything displaying a candidate's name, likeness, or logo, or displaying a ballot measure's number, title, subject, or logo. For example, you shouldn't wear a t-shirt or hat supporting or going against a specific candidate when you go to the polls. In Kansas, electioneering isn't allowed within 250 feet of a polling place. In Oklahoma, it's 300 feet. In Arkansas, it's 100 feet. In Missouri, electioneering isn't allowed within 25 feet of a poll's entrance. This election season, we've helped show you the candidates and issues you'll see on your ballot. To find more of those stories and other election resources, you can visit our website, koamnewsnow.com/elections.
Well, it's again, what? It's gonna be a big deal.
Yes,
it really is.
I mean, absolutely.
And it's essential you get out there and vote, because you can look up on the internet reliable information on times where, honest to goodness, it's come down to just a vote or two.
Yes.
Every vote counts, whether you think it does or doesn't.
Not just in the general election, but for the statewide races in Missouri and also just local elections as well. So exercise your right to vote, please.
You need to do so. And if you decide to do so today, which you should, you need to wear a jacket, because you need to, because it's going to be chilly out there. It seems okay now, but cool temperatures on the way by this afternoon. Let's take a quick look outside from our camera in downtown Pittsburgh. It is cloudy, and it is still a little on the damp side. Had some showers pass through Pittsburgh earlier. MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline in Joplin. Also, well, it's mostly cloudy. A little bit of light sneaking through out there, but still some wet roadways. We got scattered showers around the area. We got this one rolling into Nevada right now, stretching up into Bates County. We got some showers now into McDonald County, just to the west of Pineville, and starting to creep into Newton County. We got more showers, Delaware County, Craig, and eastern Newada counties as well. Here's a look at what we are seeing. There's that first shower, and look how quick it's moving too. This is only, what, a 3-hour loop at this point. They're kind of racing off to the north and east, but we got these showers coming in, and we got a few more down a little further south, now to the east of McAllister, that'll eventually clip into the Missouri side of things out there. We also, of course, had the severe weather yesterday. We had a tornado yesterday that honestly tracked well out of Oklahoma and eventually into Benton County in Arkansas. Damage reports on the east side of Bentonville out there. Radar estimates had that tornado at its peak at possibly EF3 strength. Those were radar estimates. Survey teams will go out and make official determinations here. And I highlighted this report. Right now, technically, it's a wind gust of 94, but based on radar information, National Weather Service does believe that it was a tornado near Talala, and this is the same storm that eventually tracked into our area into southeastern Kansas, and we did have some tornado reports near Chatopa. So again, survey teams will be out today. They'll start putting together everything that happened last night, and we'll have more information later this evening and tomorrow morning for you. By noon, the last of the showers still on the Missouri side. By 1, 2 o'clock, they are out of here, and we will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and cool. Many of us, if not all of us, hitting our highs now or even a couple hours ago out there. Temperatures 61, Joplin and Pittsburgh, and around the region we have some upper 50s, and most of us still into the low 60s as we get this day started, but you can see some of those upper 50s. We are looking at capping out by the afternoon at about 60. Temperatures falling through the 50s, and it'll be breezy. West winds gusting 25, 30 miles an hour. Again, showers through the morning, tapering off, mostly cloudy into the early evening. We will eventually clear out, and then we do have more rain on the way. Details on that in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, of course, it is Election Day, and polling sites across the 4 states are now open. KOAN's Melissa Alexis is live with us this morning in Joplin. Good morning, Melissa.
Polls opened about an hour ago here in Missouri. I'm at the Donald E. Clark Justice Center. There's been a pretty steady stream of people incoming. Now, it's been pretty peaceful. There haven't been any signs of electioneering or anything like that. Now, something to remember as you make your way down here is there could be a wait of about 10 minutes before you get up there to vote. After speaking to some voters, a common theme I'm hearing is that they feel optimistic about this election, but they also feel like a lot is at stake. Now, some of the things Missourians will be voting on today is they'll be voting on abortion. They'll also be voting on the future of sports betting, and they'll also, of course, be voting on the next U.S. president.
All right, thanks, Melissa. Well, to find voting information for your area, just scan this QR code. It'll take you to election resources on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. You'll be able to find all sorts of election info, including polling places and schedules, and you can even check to see if you're registered to vote. Well, Missouri Southern's Plaster Center played host for a public hearing last night for a potential rate increase for Missouri American Water customers. Overall, Missouri American seeks to increase its water and sewer revenues by a little over 34%. Now, one customer speaking at last night's meeting says this latest request comes too soon after watching his monthly bill jump $18 just last year. The Missouri Public Service Commission says hearing input like that is important.
It is critical that we hear from the public because frequently in these sessions, the public will point out issues for billing or for service or other things that should be a part of the public record. And the commission does want to hear in the formal hearing what the public has to say. And this is their chance to have impact.
So that the highest users.
Now, you still have a chance to submit written comments on the commission's website at psc.mo.gov. Well, construction begins on a multi-million-dollar fiber optic project for the city of Joplin. Now, the Joplin City Council approved the project with Ala Missouri LLC back in April. The fiber optic route will be installed with the help of contractors who will install underground ductwork. Now, some neighborhoods could see Ala representatives going door to door to help explain the process to residents. You can read more about this project on our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. And if you're looking for a sweet way to protect your teeth while supporting our brave soldiers, we have the perfect solution for you. Carthage Pediatric Dental is inviting you to donate your unopened candy. Now, this candy will be sent to soldiers overseas, and for every pound of candy you donate, you'll earn $1. KOAM's Lonnie Walton has the story.
Sugary things is one of the main causes of cavities in kids, and we know a lot of kids end up missing school because of toothache.
Dr. Stuart Mager is a dentist at Carthage Pediatric Dental. He says candy after the holidays are expected, but certain ones give even him a headache.
If I were to say, it just seems to be the sticky gummy candies that are the worst. If I had to choose a candy that I prefer all kids eat, it'd be chocolate.
That's why he wants kids to bring that leftover candy to him so it can be donated to our men and women in uniform. That way, soldiers get candy and kids get money.
Have them come on down here. We'll buy back the candy from them so they can get some cash, some money. They can enjoy buying something different than getting candy.
Lakeisha Russell is a dental assistant. She's excited about the candy buyback program. She says it hits home for her.
My husband is a Marine Corps vet, so the military is, very, very near and dear to my heart.
Although Dr. Marger believes in having candy around special occasions, there's also a time to let it go. And for Russell, she believes the same, just not for her husband.
I hope not, no. He's diabetic, he needs nothing.
Reporting in Carthage, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Dr. Mager says the Carl Junction School District is helping him get the candy to the troops. And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, Jasmine Kyle from the SCK Humane Society shares how you can take advantage of reduced adoption fees for November. Welcome back. Jasmine and Kyle from the SCK Humane Society is with us this morning to share how for the month of November you can take advantage of the $20 adoption fee, as well as introduce us to this cutie pie, Ava. Good morning to you.
Good morning. So this little cutie patootie, this is Ava. Now she is just a baby. She is just 6 months old. As you can probably tell, she is a black lab mix. Now her back little paws are all spotted, so we believe she has some healer in her. But she came in with a litter, and all of her litter mates got adopted like 2 months ago. And she's sat. So we don't know why, because she's honestly the shyest out of the bunch. But once, just when she just met you, it takes about 2 minutes, and then she's just a love bug.
So sweet.
She does great with cats. She does great with other dogs. She's not really into toys. What gives Ava the most joy is being with people. But by your lap, in the kitchen by your feet. It's just, even like when going on car rides, she will gently go in and lay in the back seat, and she just will just be, she's a really chill girl. So we're excited because for the rest of November, all of our adoption fees are dropping to just $20. So like Ava, who's already been spayed, who's been microchipped, who's been up to date on vaccinations, she's ready to go. So we've done all of that medical. And then for all of our dogs 6 months and over, we do heartworm testing on as well, just because that's that age bracket to test around. And this also includes our cats as well too.
Fantastic, which is incredible. And so if people want to come out and adopt a group, maybe come and visit Ava, see if they're a good fit, where can they do so, and I can find more information as well?
Yeah, you can always give us a call, but our website is one of our biggest tools that we like to use. It's the SCKHumaneSociety.com. Most of our available animals are on there, but you're more than welcome to come out to our shelter in person and see everybody that we have. This adoption special also applies towards our foster to adopt program. So if you're on the fence, or if you have other animals that you need to slowly introduce with, this would count. Even on the last day of November, if you come in and want to do foster to adopt, we will honor that for you into the next coming month.
Wonderful. Well, fantastic. Jasmine, as always, thank you so much. And thank you for introducing us to Ava this morning.
Thank you.
Happy to have you. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. 7:18 now on this Tuesday morning. We're starting with Skywatch Storm Tracker. Got some showers now in the Bates County, just northeast of Nevada. We've got a few more around Neosho or southeast of there into Newton County, McDonald County, and more rolling into northeastern Oklahoma and parts of Kansas. So let's start on the Missouri side. So Neosho, just to your southeast, Pineville, you're getting in on some shower activity. All of this lifting northeast, eventually making it to Mount Vernon, probably just on the southern edges of Greenfield. Then we head over to Oklahoma. Not much off to the west. We do have some additional showers to the southwest of Skiatook around Tulsa. And then on our side, Bonita, Grove, Jay, and then eventually getting into Miami. We got another batch of showers, and again, maybe a rumble of thunder here or there. And on the Kansas side, a few light showers around Parsons, eastern Labette County, and eventually working into Cherokee County. And eventually, if these all hold, they'll continue their northeasterly track back toward Pittsburgh, Joplin, Carthage, Lamar, Nevada. Let's look at rainfall totals just in the last 24 hours. Take a look at this. Nearly a foot of rain southeast of Branson out there. Some tremendous amounts of rainfall. And then in our area where some of those stronger storms rolled through, we anywhere from 3 to 8, even upwards of spotty locations, almost 10 inches of radar estimated rainfall out there. And even into southeast Kansas, you may not have had much in the way of severe weather in our northwestern counties, but you still got 1, 3, 4 inches of rain out there, so not bad. Here's what we are looking at. There goes the bulk of the activity, still pushing off to our east into St. Louis. We still have these showers out here. This is really going to be about the last batch of showers that's actually going to impact our area, though some of this here might move into Missouri, and we'll show you that on the future track. Here it is at about noon. So that's what's down southeast of Oklahoma City. We have these showers out there. Again, no severe weather today. And by about 1 o'clock, 2 at the latest, they're gone. They're out of here. They're history. We are cloudy, and we're going to be cool. Temperatures actually falling through the 50s as we head into the afternoon and evening. Late evening, overnight, we will be partly cloudy across the region. Chilly. Most of us mid-40s, but some low 40s out there. Maybe even a couple of upper 30-degree readings. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a light easterly breeze, and temperatures a bit warmer, mid-upper 60s for us, for most of us. But if you see a little more cloud cover, which future track is showing around, say, Yates Center, Fredonia, Chanute, might be a little cooler tomorrow. As we head into our Thursday, we'll have partly cloudy skies once again. Temperatures low to mid-60s this time. Then by late Thursday, we start to see more showers. Take a look at this cloud cover. A bit of a dreary day out there. 61 in Joplin, south breeze at 11. And temperatures this morning, many of us hit our highs 2 or 3 hours ago. We're going to cap out in the afternoon at about 60. It's where we're going to top out. And then temperatures will fall. Right now, we're starting to see a few more upper 50s. Iola, Neodesha, Yates Center, Sedan, Independence, Cassville, Bentonville, Neosho, Monette at 55. And we still have that mix of low 60s in there as well. Through the morning, cloudy skies, scattered showers. Not everyone will see rain, but as we showed you on the Skywatch Storm Tracker and the future track, some of us will get rain. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Temperatures just kind of hovering upper 50s into the low 60s. Our highs today, again, early highs this morning, we're in the low 60s. About 60 at noon, temperatures falling through the 50s through the afternoon. Partly cloudy tomorrow, upper 60s, mid-60s Thursday, late Thursday night into Friday, showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms out there lasting into Saturday morning. There is severe potential with this activity, but right now it looks like it's going to stay well to our south, which is good news. We don't need any more severe weather. We didn't need yesterday's severe weather either, but we got rain out of it at least. Not bad Sunday, a little cool, low 60s out there. We start warming up as we head into the next work week with some additional thunderstorm chances by next Wednesday. That is a check of your forecast. We've got more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
We have Charlene Patton from the Kansas Soybean Commission with us this morning, and she'll be showing us how to make soybean sweetbread. Good morning, Charlene.
Good morning. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I am great.
Great.
We are making a prize-winning recipe
Yes.
from the State Fair. It's the first place winner. Do you want to tell us who won this?
So this was the first place in the dessert category, and it was from Burdett, Kansas. Margaret Miller made this delicious bread.
She
so
did.
Congratulations, Margaret.
She has such an interesting recipe. It uses 4 different soy ingredients.
Okay.
So I'm going to get started here. I'll put the eggs in and start mixing them. And actually, we could call the eggs another soy ingredient because most of the soybeans in Kansas go to feed livestock.
Yes,
so
they do.
chickens eat a lot of those. But the next ingredient is our vegetable oil.
Okay.
And we know, you can just pour that in. The only ingredient in vegetable oil is soybeans.
Yes.
So that's our second one there. And then, yes, that's soy milk, and that's a
here.
1/3 of a cup. We'll mix that in. And then kind of an interesting new ingredient probably for a lot of people.
Right.
I put the can there, and that is green pigeon peas.
Yes,
how about that? That is a canned edamame, and I'll let you add that.
And you put it entirely, the whole can in here.
That's right.
As is. Okay.
And she says to leave the liquid in there. That's going to use that for our liquid for our bread. Then what you have here is our flour and soy flour.
Yes.
And then we have baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. Just kind of stir that a little bit, and then I'll let you add that to our mixture here. And all we're going to do is just mix this together. This actually makes 2 loaves of bread.
2 loaves?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
And you know, this, I thought, well, we'll show this now because if you're giving baking gifts for the holidays.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, this might be great to bake one and then give one to the neighbor. So we'll stir that. But one thing, we're going to now add the other 2 ingredients here, and that's the pecans.
Yes.
And we'll go ahead and add it while we see the dry ingredients. I like to do that because it kind of helps separate everything.
Yes.
And then you have raisins.
Yes.
So this recipe is jam-packed with ingredients. And we're just going to stir that till it's mixed. Divide that between 2 loaf pans, and I used a 9-inch greased loaf pan. You're going to put that in the oven, and it's going to bake for about an hour.
Wow,
so you need to use a wooden pick and make sure that it's done. Take it out and let it cool it, and then next week, we're going to show a sweet spread that she put on top of this bread.
Ooh, sounds absolutely delicious. Well, Charlene, if people want to find this recipe, next week's recipe, or any other, where can they do so?
They should go to kansassoybeans.org. They can call our 800 number, 877-KS-SOYBEAN, and we'll send them all the recipes for November.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for being with us this morning, Charlene. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:31. I'm Elise Snowy. Polling places are now open in the 4 states as millions of Americans cast their ballots this election day. KOAM's Melissa Alexis is live with us in Joplin this morning. Good morning, Melissa.
I'm at the Donald E. Clark Justice Center, where there's been a pretty steady stream of people coming in here for the past hour and a half. Now, as you make your way down to the polls, it's important to remember any apparel like hats or pins showing support for any candidate are not allowed within 25 feet of the polling location. To vote, you need to bring an acceptable form of ID. This includes a non-expired Missouri driver or non-driver's license, or a non-expired military ID, including a veteran's ID, or a non-expired U.S. passport. Now, if the driver or non-driver's license expired after the last general election, it's still a valid form of voter ID. Reporting in Jasper County, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
All right, thanks, Melissa. And to find voting information for your area, you can just scan this QR code that you see there on your screen. It'll take you to election resources on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. And you'll be able to find all sorts of election info, including polling places and schedules, and you can even check to see if you're registered to vote. Well, a Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate made visit to Southwest Missouri yesterday. Lucas Coons stopped by the Mini Hackney Community Service Center in Joplin. Now, the Senate hopeful talked about community neighborhood outreach and the importance of voting.
And so for me, you know, this campaign is about everyday folks. It's about not taking money from corporate PACs. I don't take any, nothing from federal lobbyists, nothing from big pharma executives. And so in order to meet everybody, you know, I don't have the zillionaires funding super PACs or anything. So I got to go out, meet everyday Missourians and talk to them. And so that's what we're doing today. It's what we're doing every single day.
Lucas Coons is a 13-year Marine veteran who is running against incumbent Republican Senator Josh Hawley. Well, the Riverton High School FCCLA program is partnering with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks. Yesterday's blood drive was an opportunity for community members to donate blood. Now, not only does the blood drive help fill community blood banks, but it also helps provide scholarships for FCCLA members.
Like giving blood, yes, it can be very frightening, but honestly, it's just really heartwarming. And knowing that, like, now we have a program where if you give your phone number, sometimes the person who receives your blood can text you and give you a thank you letter and let you know that you did save their life. And so that's just really good.
Riverton schools will host another blood drive on March 10th. Now let's check in with Chris for a look at the forecast.
With our camera in downtown Pittsburgh, got some raindrops on it actually, as we've had some showers continuing to roll in. We've got another batch rolling into the Pittsburgh area right now. MoDOT camera 20th and range line in Joplin. Roads, of course, are still wet. More showers on their way to Joplin. Otherwise, at least right now, cloudy skies. Here's Skywatch Storm Tracker. Here's those showers. We've got a few more that are developing now just to the west of this batch, and that's why we mentioned earlier, rumble of thunder will be possible with this activity as it continues to lift off to the north and east. So we've got that development taking place. All of it will eventually cross into Missouri and then down to the south here. Let me get a little further south. We've got some showers down here, and some of this might try and make its way into Missouri, say south of I-44. Of course, we had the severe weather yesterday. Tornado reports through Benton County, damage on the east side of Bentonville, and radar estimates, and these are estimates, of course, put this tornado at its peak back into Oklahoma at an EF3. Now, official teams will be out making surveys. We also had wind gusts, which they do believe was a tornado, and that's what's highlighted here. There was also a pressure drop there. This is near Talala in Rogers County, 94-mile-an-hour winds there. That's the same storm, though, that also generated tornado reports through Craig County and around the Chautauqua area in Kansas. But again, survey teams will be out, and they'll give their official analysis later. Showers will continue through about noon, maybe 2 at the latest. They'll clear out. We are mostly cloudy, breezy, west winds gusting 25 to 30, and we are cool. Many of us have already hit our highs. We're at 61 in Joplin and in Pittsburgh right now. And around the region, we've got some upper 50s. We do have some low 60s out there, but we're starting to see a few more upper 50s, and temperatures are just going to kind of hover at that point. We hit those highs early. By this afternoon, 60 is going to be the best we can do before we begin to fall back through the 50s through the evening with those mostly cloudy skies. That's a quick check of your forecast. We're going to talk more about the clearing and more rain that's on the way here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. An election volunteer veteran is the highlight of election season for many Tennessee voters. In Consumer Watch this morning, union members at Boeing vote to end a 7-week strike against the company. Now, workers with the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers in Seattle voted to accept Boeing's latest offer yesterday. The company's third offer increases workers' pay by 38% over 4 years and increases 401k contributions, but it will not include the return of Boeing's old pension plan that ended about 10 years ago. Well, Meta keeps up its ban on new political ads through Election Day. The tech company says it will continue to restrict new political ads on its sites, such as Facebook and Instagram, after today. Meta says political ads shown on the sites before October 29th will stay up. The extension comes as tech companies work to battle misinformation claims during election season. Meta has yet to announce a new end date for the restriction. A new report shows the number of first-time homebuyers shrinking to an all-time low. Fox Business Network's Jerry Willis has the details.
A new study showing just how much a pricey housing market is punishing first-time home buyers. According to the National Association of Realtors' 2024 profile of home buyers and sellers, just 24% of buyers in the housing market purchased their first home. That's the lowest level since the NAR first conducted the survey back in 1981. Typically, first-time buyers are about 40% of the market.
So for first-time home buyers today, it's an incredibly difficult market. There's very limited affordable housing inventory. We know that high rents, student loan debt, car loans, credit cards, everything's keeping these buyers from being able to save for a down payment and then find that perfect home. Unfortunately, because they're older, we know that that means a loss of housing equity over a significant time frame now.
The report paints a picture of a home buying market that is graying, getting wealthier, and increasingly paying in cash. The average age of buyers, 56 years, up from 49 last year. First-time buyers were 38 on average, up from 36 in last year's survey. Repeat buyers were 61. The proportion of purchases made with cash hit a record high of 26% in the survey period, July 2023 to June 2024. First-time buyers had a median household income of $97,000, up from $95,900 the prior year, and an increase of $26,000 in the last 2 years. Repeat buyers, meanwhile, had a median income of $114,000. Also setting a new high, the proportion of buyers purchasing a home for multiple generations. The top reasons cited were cost savings to take care of aging parents and children over the age of 18 moving back home, and children over the age of 18 who never left home. Though starting a family is typically cited as a reason for buying a home, only 17% of buyers had children who were still living with their parents. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
And those are our top consumer stories. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is now 7:44 on this Tuesday morning. We're starting with Skywatch Storm Tracker. Got some scattered showers out there. So we're going to start on the Missouri side. So they're just starting to push into Joplin now, eventually making their way to Carthage, Neosho. You're in between a couple of showers. And these will continue into Mount Vernon, Greenfield, Stockton, Lamar, Monette, Cassville, Pineville. You kind of get the idea. They're just light showers, which is good. We don't need any more severe weather after yesterday. Down in Oklahoma, we have some additional showers now out toward Newata County, stretching back down toward the north of Claremore. These also lifting off to the north and east. And then Ottawa and Delaware counties, all along 69, more showers and some heavier rain in there as well. And this, of course, will continue to lift off to the north and east. On the Kansas side, I think our northwestern counties are pretty well dry. So Garnett, Iola, Fredonia, Independence, Sedan, you probably are just about done with the showers, but you still have a few sprinkles here and there. Still working into parts of Crawford, Cherokee counties, and a little light shower in central Bourbon County as well. We received a lot of rain in the last just 24 hours, and out to our south and east, talking about a foot of rain out there. Flooding concerns are major to our south and east, but still, where we had some of those heavier thunderstorms, anywhere from 3 to 5 to 8, close to 10 inches of rain. And even where you didn't see any of the heavier thunderstorms, still some good amounts of rain in parts of southeast Kansas of upwards of 1 to 3 and 4 inches here and there, maybe even higher than that in some locations. So a lot of rain out there, to say the least. So these showers, again, continuing to lift off to the north and east. We've got a few that have redeveloped back behind, but they will continue to stick with us. We have a few more stretching to the south, and they'll all continue pushing northeast. They should last until about, say, noon, 2 o'clock at the latest. So here they are on the future track, mainly into the Missouri side as we head into the afternoon. And after that, we're just mostly cloudy, breezy, and cool. We hit our highs a couple hours ago. We're going to just kind of hover out there, upper 50s, low 60s for a while. And we'll have those west winds gusting 25, maybe 30 miles an hour times. Late evening, overnight, we're partly cloudy into our Wednesday. A pretty chilly start out there, but seasonably chilly. Got a light east breeze for our Wednesday, and we'll be dry for our Wednesday as well. And as we head into Thursday, another partly cloudy day, and again, we will be dry for most of Thursday. It won't be until late Thursday night, and we'll start to see some additional opportunities for some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder out there. But at this point, any severe threat for Thursday looking to stay well to our south. 61 in Joplin right now. As you can see, it's mostly cloudy, and we just showed you showers around the area. And as you can see, too, not all of the rain necessarily hitting the ground. We were seeing a few more upper 50s out there, but still low 60s. Again, most of us have already hit our highs, and we're just going to kind of float with these temperatures. Upper 50s, low 60s, cloudy skies, showers for some of us through the morning. As we head into the afternoon, the best we're going to do is reach about 60, maybe 61 at noon. These highs from earlier this morning, and temperatures just falling back through the 50s as we head into the afternoon and evening hours, eventually back into the mid 40s tonight. Some of us, some low 40s, and there might even be an upper 30-degree reading or two out there as well. So pretty cool night compared to, again, what we've been used to here lately with these above normal temperatures. All right, heading to tomorrow, upper 60s, a little warmer, low to mid 60s on Thursday. And we'll have the rain building in late Thursday into Friday and into Saturday morning. Cool through the weekend, warming up next week, and then we've got additional thunderstorm chances by next Wednesday. That is a check of your forecast. We will be back with more right after this.
Well, early voting in Tennessee is officially over, but one of the most popular polling places just south of Nashville was the Brentwood Library.
That's where a near 40-year veteran volunteer runs the show. Chris Davis introduces us to Gale Hall.
And the end of the line is right there.
Even on a day when costumes are encouraged.
Next.
And the color orange abounds.
And the sun come out, it's a beautiful Halloween.
There's another dedicated election volunteer, almost certain
next
to steal the show.
Thank you for coming.
Not just because of what she's wearing.
She is always in red, white, and blue.
Or that she's always wearing it.
She has 28 outfits to choose from, so she does a mix and match every day.
I got a scarf, I got the bracelet and the necklace, I got socks.
It's because Gale Hall does it.
Thank you for coming. Or I wouldn't have to be here if you didn't come.
With gusto.
And you got a bad birthday.
Yeah, you're right.
That's okay. Just keep having them, it's good.
Gale has made such a name for herself.
She don't never meet a stranger.
Some people try to wait in this long line even longer.
Because they ask for, where's Gail today?
Just to be graced by Gale.
You mean your wife don't agree with you every day?
She's smarter than I am.
Oh, yeah, she runs it. All this is her. All the decorations.
Every step of the way.
She runs circles around all of us.
Which might explain why Gale is pretty sure she's ready to sleep in the next presidential election.
It's time sometimes when you need to retire. And I think this one will be my last presidential election. But if the Lord's willing and I'm still able to walk and talk, I might be here.
Whether Gale continues or not.
I love all of your USA garb.
Her stealing the show around here.
You are good to go. Thank you for coming.
Won't be forgotten anytime soon.
No, I didn't even know anybody ever even paid attention to it. I really did. I did it for myself to feel good.
Talk about an impressive career there as a volunteer. That's amazing.
Absolutely. 40 years. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
well,
certainly so. And
her,
so many folks coming to see her.
Absolutely.
Well, we've still got some showers out there this morning, so if you are planning on going out to vote in the morning hours, bring an umbrella, bring a jacket. It's going to be a bit on the cool side. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us where those showers are out there. On the Missouri side, they're pushing through Joplin, getting ready to roll into Carthage, Neosho, Pineville out there. Lamar, you are up next. Pittsburgh, showers on your side and exiting. Same in Galena and Baxter Springs. Stretching out just to the east of Miami through Grove, east of Jay into Ottawa and Delaware counties. A few showers now around the Newada area as well. Most of southeast Kansas has dried out, and I think roughly from this line, Sedan, Fredonia, Chanute, Iola, Mound City to the northwest, you're probably going to stay dry. Could get a stray shower or two, but I think most of the activity will stay off to your south and east. Now you look at those rainfall amounts again, an absolutely insane amount of rain. This is just the last 24 hours, not counting what we've received through the weekend up to now. These showers continue to lift off to the northeast, and they will do so as the morning progresses. By about noon, 2 o'clock at the latest, they'll last those showers out of here. Temperatures, we're going to top out about 60 this afternoon, and they'll start to fall back through the 50s as we head through the afternoon and evening hours with a partly cloudy and chilly night. We'll have one more look at your forecast and the news you need to know next.
Well, here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Missouri Southern's Plaster Center played host for a public hearing last night for a potential rate increase for Missouri American Water customers. Overall, Missouri American seeks to increase its water and sewer revenues by a little over 34%. Now, you still have a chance to submit written comments on the Commission's website at psc.mo.gov. Carthage Pediatric Dental is inviting you to donate your unopened candy. This candy will be sent to soldiers overseas, and for every pound of candy you donate, you'll earn $1. Carthage Pediatric Dental will also work with the Carl Junction School District students to get these treats to the troops.
And we're going to be breezy and cool. We hit early highs this morning in the low 60s. 60, the best we're going to do by noon. Showers wrapping up by 1, 2 o'clock at the latest, falling back through the 50s. Mostly cloudy skies, west winds gusting 25 to 30. Oh, continue, and then the winds will ease up. Skies will gradually clear a little bit. Partly cloudy overnight, mid 40s for most of us, but some locations could be a bit cooler. Got a nice Wednesday for us, upper 60s, partly cloudy. More showers Thursday night into Friday and Saturday morning. We'll warm up at the start of next week with more thunderstorm chances by next Wednesday.
Alrighty. Well, a small western Massachusetts town gives up its decades-old glorious tree to grant holiday glory to the nation. West Stockbridge, Massachusetts will soon say goodbye to a Norway spruce that will become the Rockefeller Center's Christmas tree.
A tree is approximately 11 tons and was planted in a yard by homeowner Earl Albert in 1959. The tree begins its 140-mile journey to Rockefeller Center on November 9th for its national lighting on December the 4th. That is a big tree. It takes a lot to pick the right tree
It certainly does.
for the Rockefeller Center. Always looks beautiful every
Always
year.
iconic, absolutely.
It certainly is. Well, thank you all so much for letting us put the good into your morning. Get out there and vote, but do so with a jacket because it's going to be chilly. We'll be back with more news and weather today at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.